She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another day and she solving another case, cause she litigate with dignity and grace. She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another day and she solving another case, cause she litigate with dignity and grace.
Hey Barbie, Chloe, period I, period 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 period I, got my name up in your mouth, you don't know no better. Don't forget I'm from the south, yeah, I got them headers. You watching everything I do, studying all of my moves. Wish you could do what I do. Period I, period period I, period period I, period period I, period period.
Hello, litigators and opinionators. It has been a long time coming. I know I have been MIA, you guys. I am sorry, y'all. I've been all the way in Africa traveling, just saying. But you guys, I had to come on here and talk about this case. This case has been getting under my skin, I tell you. I don't know if I'm the only one that this case is just getting under my skin because I don't know what to believe. But I needed to talk to my opinionators. Hi, Bad News. Hi, Love. Hi, Lynn. Hi, everybody. I needed to come and talk to you guys about this case because this case is a hot mess. Have you guys heard about 25-year-old Carilee Russell? I know you guys have heard about this case because this case has gone viral and I don't know what to believe. You know, because one of the issues that we've talked about on this channel a lot of times is the lack of publicity that we see when it relates to Black crimes. You know, when Black women go missing or Black men go missing, we don't see a lot of publicity about it. And that has been something that has concerned us on this channel. And we've talked particularly about Shanquella Robinson and other victims of actual crimes where they have not got much publicity and it has frustrated us. Well, guys, the first time in most of the history of what we've been talking about on this channel, the media, the police officers, everybody involved actually gave attention to a Black woman when it came to an abduction. And this has been a long time coming, something that we've talked so much about. We wanted to see more publicity when our Black victims go missing and so forth. And for the first time we've seen so much publicity about Carilee. And I was so happy because I was like, wow, maybe there is a positive change in our community towards valuing Black lives in America. But now I'm starting to feel a little sad about this story, guys, because people are questioning whether this really happened. Was this girl really abducted? Some of you guys may not know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to actually go from the beginning, talk about this girl, and we're going to just discuss what people are talking about now about this case, y'all, because I don't know about you guys, but this case is frustrating me. Okay, so let's talk about this beautiful young lady on the screen. She is 25 years old. Her name is Carilee. Okay, guys, I cannot pronounce her name, so pray for me. Carilee Nicole Russell. And she allegedly vanished after pulling over to check on a toddler who was wandering alone along an Alabama interstate highway on Thursday night while she was on the phone with her sister. Now, that was the story that was alleged to the law enforcement when this happened. And I love that Daily Mail kind of goes into the full synopsis. So let's go ahead and go over this article. I want to hear from you guys because I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this story and I need to hear what my opinionators think about this, okay? So an eerie mystery as Alabama woman, 25-year-old, vanishes after screaming down phone to family when she approached a toddler she found walking along the highway at night. Now, the first red flag I have in this story right now, guys, let's just get down to the red flags because you know, y'all, I'm going to break it down. Y'all going to break it down. My first red flag is if you see a toddler that is on the side of the road, why didn't she call the police first? Now, I know she was on the phone with her sister, but if I see a toddler on the side of the road, I'm calling the police. So that was my first red flag when I heard this story, but I was not going to judge. I was going to keep, Hope alive. So let's keep going. So Carlee Russell vanished after calling 911 when she saw a child walking along on the side of an Alabama interstate highway on Thursday night. Now, this article was written July 15th, so y'all gonna have to put the dates together. But this was allegedly last week, you guys. 25-year-old was on the phone with her sister-in-law when she went to check up on the child before the family member heard a scream and lost contact. Now, that doesn't make sense to me. I would have been like, girl, I'm like, sister, hold on, girl. I'm going to call you back. Something don't feel right. I'm about to call 911 because I see some kid on the side of the road. That's what I would do, but we cannot judge what someone else would do if this story is, in fact, valid in the first place. A 25-year-old woman vanished after pulling over to check on a toddler who was wandering along an Alabama interstate highway. She was on the phone with her sister-in-law when she got out the car. The family member heard a sudden scream shortly after and lost all contact with Russell. Now, when officers arrived at the location, they found a couple things, guys. They found her car that was still running, along with her her cell phone, y'all. They found her cell phone. They found her purse. They found her wig, her Apple Watch in the nearby area, but Russell and the child were nowhere to be seen. Now, this can say a couple things. One, she could have really put up a big fight and was fighting whoever was trying to kidnap her so much that her wig fell off and everything else got left. That could be a valid story. Or on the other side, because there's people questioning this, was this all planted? Was this all planted to create an image? I don't know. But there's two different sides, two different people in the community. One group doesn't think the story's valid. Other people think they don't know what to think, y'all. Other people don't know what to think. But there's questions about, stuff that was left. It sounds like it looks like she could have put up a fight. That's what some people might argue. Other people might say it was planted there. I don't know. I'm here to ask my opinionators and my litigators what you think, because I really want to discuss it with you. Hoover police have not received any other calls of a missing child. One witness reportedly possibly seeing a gray vehicle and a man standing outside of Carilee's vehicle, but police said they have no additional information, y'all. And they're in the process. At some point, she got out of the car, and the mom says that her daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. Her mother, Talitha Russell, said the child did not respond, or at least she did not hear her respond. He or she respond. Okay. Now, my other question is, guys, and this is going to come out later, but my other question is, how come nobody else seen this child except for her? Now, normally when we see, because we talk a lot about crime on this channel, and usually there's multiple 911 calls if it's in a public situation. You'll hear different people calling in, and we would have a bunch of phone calls that we could be able to hear and assess, because eventually the media will get a hold of those 911 calls and we'll be able to assess them. But apparently there's not one other vehicle on the road that ever seen this child. So that's another red flag in the story, y'all. So I don't know. Still questioning the story. Anyways, this is the beautiful young lady here. She's a very articulate, sweet girl. That's what her mom says. Here's another picture of Carletha. She seems like such a sweet, sweet, precious young lady. This says the 25-year-old was on the phone with her sister-in-law when she went to check up on the child before family member. Now let's take a look at this video here, guys, and see what this video is all about. Let me go ahead and mute myself because I'm loud.
With breaking news.
That breaking news this morning, family police looking for this woman, 25-year-old Carlee Russell. The details surrounding her disappearance are alarming. Hoover police say she disappeared from the side of I-459 around 9:30 last night after she called 911 to report a toddler walking on the side of the interstate near exit 10. Now, after calling 911, she stopped to check on the child, called a family member to tell them what was going on. Well, that family member lost contact with her. The line, however, remained open. Now, when Hoover police arrived to where she was last seen, they found her car still running with her belongings inside, including her phone and smartwatch, and they have not received any reports of a missing toddler.
So we are certainly following this very closely this morning. Family and friends are meeting at the Hoover Met right now to get the word out, but to begin a search as well for Carlee Russell.
And our Jonathan Skinner is live there now with the latest on that. Jonathan?
Hi, Mike and Janice. Yeah, we're here with the family and friends, as well as the parents, Carlos and Talitha Russell. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for the coverage.
Yes, ma'am. So first, what's sort of the last thing you remember as far as seeing Carly, and as far as hearing from her as well?
Yes, I last spoke with Carly about 9:18 last night. She left Taziki's and was headed home. She picked both herself and me and herself up food. Then she talked with my daughter-in-law about 9:36. She told her she saw a child on 459 right before exit 10 that appeared to be 3 to 4 years old by themselves. She's pulled over. She called 911, but in the process, at some point, she got out the car. My daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. The child didn't respond, or at least she didn't hear her respond. He or she respond. And then she heard our daughter Carly scream. And from there, all we could hear was noise, background noise in her phone, which we later found out was noise from the interstate. And so they have found her wig and her hat and her cell phone that were in close proximity to her car. So if anyone sees Carly from the pictures that we have put out, just keep in mind, because her wig came off, her hair would be braided down to her scalp. So she won't have, long hair or anything like that is reflected on the picture. She pretty much has cheekbones like me. Pretty much our face is the same structure. So that's pretty much all the information we have. We do have some indication that there may have been a gray vehicle that a trucker saw that pulled in front of her car at some point as they were passing along the interstate.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And that's all the information, or at least we have at this time. So I just ask everyone, if you would pray. We are trusting God. We are staying positive. We are not allowing any negative thoughts to enter our minds. So all that we're doing is trusting God, believing God that our daughter will be brought home safely.
Yes, ma'am. And you have a lot of support here,
Yes,
family and friends
thank
as
God
well.
for everyone that is supporting us and has been supporting us since they heard of her missing last night. So we're just eternally grateful. And again,
we have more support coming. We want to continue to apply pressure to this thing. We don't want this to die down. We need this to blow up. So if anyone sees anything, no matter how minute, no matter how insignificant you think it is, please contact 911, contact us, and just keep us in your prayers.
Absolutely.
And we actually these people are here to help start a search party. Anaya Blanchard's mom is also on her way over here to help lead us in the search of. She has experience in it, and she's going to give us some pointers as well. But we just ask everyone to please, 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 wherever you are, if you're not in Birmingham, whatever, they could be in Georgia, we don't know, Mississippi, Tennessee, anywhere, just please keep your eyes out and be vigilant.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mr. and Mrs. Russell, just thank you so much for your time. And we're definitely all praying for you all as well to help bring Carly home.
Thank you.
Thank you. Reporting from the Hoover Met, Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.
All right.
Obviously learning
Very
more details there. This is very alarming, very disturbing. Jonathan, thank you. Man, we got to push this out even farther. Folks, you see this picture, share it, please. Let's get the word out.
All right, let's walk back through this. I know we probably need.
So as you can see, as the story was starting to develop, guys, it sounded like a very alarming situation. I know for me, I was pretty sad about the young girl being kidnapped, and I was praying for her return. Everybody got involved in this case. And I think the reason why people were so terrified and responsive about this case is because it sent an alarm bell out to the public that if you see a situation like this, where there's some, kid on the side of the road, call the police. It was a message to people, don't get out the car and try to intervene. Call the police and stay safe within your vehicle. It was sending a message, an alarm bell to women across the country, basically. And I think that's why it drew a lot of attention. But on the other end, it also was a wonderful situation in that for the first time, guys, we've seen the media and law enforcement and everybody actually respond to a Black woman who's gone missing. So people were happy that at least finally we're seeing, a lot of exposure of the story. and a lot of the media coverage. But let's just keep going on and hear more about this story, guys, as it unfolds.
What that family told us there. The mother confirming for the first time, family members on the phone with her on 459, stopping because she saw a toddler on the side of the road. Her mom telling Jonathan there that her family members could hear her asking the child if the child was okay, talking to that child, and then heard her daughter scream on the phone.
And then just rustling on the phone, nothing else from that. And then when police arrived near the area where she had made that phone call and then saw her car, her car was still running. The phone was still left nearby, as well as her smartwatch. So again, we need everybody to help get this word out.
They also found her wig, said she was wearing a wig, and they found that. This is terrifying. So we're going to stay on top of this with you. And again, if you see this, share it whatever social media you see it on, be sure to share it. And we're just hoping and praying that it's not as bad as it sounds.
So that was what basically was going on. Everybody was in a frenzy. And essentially, let's just go back over the timeline just so everybody knows what happened. So they heard the scream from her, and that's all they could hear was just the background noise in her phone. And they later found out it was a noise from the interstate. That was the freeway. But she left her work at about 8:20 p.m. on Thursday before stopping to pick up food for her mom. Then she traveled to Hoover and she called 911 at about 9:30 to report the missing child wandering on the side of Interstate 459. Okay, so she did call 911. That's what this is saying. They said she traveled toward Hoover and called 911 at 9:30. Okay, so she did call 911. After calling 911, Russell reportedly called her sister-in-law to tell her she was going to check up on the child. The family member lost contact with her at about 9:36 p.m., but the line remained open. Responding officers located Russell's abandoned car along with her phone, her purse, her wig, her Apple Watch in the nearby area, but no sign of her or her child. So this was her. Everybody was worried about this young lady. We were praying for her to come home. And we were happy that at least the media was finally publicizing the loss of a Black woman, finally. She's also a medical student, so she's got some great credentials and very intelligent young lady. One witness reported possibly seeing a gray vehicle and a man standing outside of Carlee's vehicle, but police said they have no additional information. So there was a witness here, and this was the still shot of when we saw of her. This is her mother here with the pink hat, and that's her father there with the kind of cream-colored hat. Hoover police have not received any other calls of a missing small child. So that's another thing I wonder. If there was a missing child, how come she was the only one that called 911? I find that interesting. You guys let me know in the chat what you think about that particular question. Lieutenant Daniel Lowe said one witness reportedly possibly seeing a gray vehicle and a man standing outside of Carlee's vehicle, but they have no additional information on that. And I wonder if she was attacked, how come there's no other cars that called, no other people who saw it and called the police? This was a public interstate highway. I don't understand. No one called the police that seen her getting attacked? Because it seems like she put up a pretty big fight if her wig was left there and all her stuff was scattered. If her wig was off, she had to put up some type of fight. I don't understand why no one who was driving didn't see that. Interesting. Detectives are currently investigating this incident and are requesting the public's assistance to help locate Russell. She was described as 5'4", 150 pounds, Black female, was last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, white Nike sneakers. Lowe said police are pursuing all possibilities in the disappearance. We're certainly leaving nothing off the table, he said when asked if investigators believe she was abducted. No piece of information is too small in this investigation, Lowe said in a press conference on the Friday. And here she is again. Just a beautiful young lady. Her mom describes her as just being an absolute sweetheart, just loves everybody, just a kind young lady. And again, this is another still shot of the family here who did a press conference before she was found. Let's take a look at this press conference. I was so happy to see that the law enforcement did a press conference about a Black woman. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't usually see this often. So I was like literally almost in tears, so happy to see that law enforcement was taking this case seriously. They were actually using all resources for this young lady. And it was just, to me, it was a great moment to see the response of law enforcement. So here was a press conference they did about the tragedy. Sorry guys about the ads.
On July 13th at approximately 9:34 p.m., the Hoover 911 Center received a call from a 25-year-old female on I-459 southbound near mile marker 11. She reported that she saw a toddler walking on the side of the interstate. After calling 911, the caller stopped to check on the child and also called a family member to report the same details. The family member lost contact with the caller, but the line remained open. Police officers who were already en route to the location of the initial 911 call located the female's vehicle as well as some of her belongings at the scene. They were unable to find her or a child in the area, and Hoover police had not received any additional calls of someone missing a small child. Detectives are currently investigating these incidents and are requesting the public's assistance to help locate Carlee Nicole Russell. She's described as a 25-year-old black female who is 5'4", 150 to 160 pounds. She was last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, and white Nike tennis shoes. Carlee got off work last night around 8:20 p.m. from a business at the Summit in Birmingham. She's also believed to have stopped to pick up food from a business at the Colonnade before driving towards Hoover on I-459, where she stopped near mile marker 11. That location is between the Galleria flyover and exit 10 for Highway 150. A single witness has reported possibly seeing a gray vehicle with a light-complected male standing outside of Carlee's vehicle, but we have no further information on that individual or the vehicle at this time. No piece of information is too small in this investigation. If you have any information, please contact Detective Brad Fountain at 205-444-7562 or Sergeant Drew Mims at 205-739-7274. You can also call Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama at 205-254-7777.
So again, I was very happy to even see a press conference for a young black lady missing. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Because a lot of times when we have Black lives missing, there's barely any media coverage. You may get one or two news reports about it, and that's about it. You don't hear much more about it. You have to dig and try to find what happened to the young lady or whoever it is. So again, I was happy about the news coverage. So family members, they organized a search in the area. Russell's dad said, we're just going to scour the earth. And he said, there's no stopping us. They were all looking for this young lady. An anonymous donor also offered $20,000 reward for Russell's safe return, and another $5,000 reward was available through Crime Stoppers. So you could just see all the amazing just reaction to the community. Again, I was just very happy to see all of the huge turnout from everybody. The Hoover Police Department said they are partnering with many local, state, and federal partners in the investigation. They even got federal guys. They got federal partners involved in finding this young lady. I mean, can you believe this? Have you guys, I mean, I haven't seen this really happen for Black people generally. I'm just very happy to see this. And they said they're grateful for the outpouring support from the local and law enforcement community. Police said they would continue to provide periodic updates on Twitter to relay any immediate information to the public. Guys, they're even doing public updates. This is something that they would normally typically do for our white victims and other victims, non-Black victims. I just don't usually see this when it comes to Black victims. So I'm just saying this was a great response from law enforcement and the media on the behalf of this young lady whose life matters just like anybody else. And I was very happy to see this. They said we'd also like to ask our community to keep Russell's family in your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. And here was the detective here who did the press conference here and was talking about the rewards. And here is a still shot here, guys, of where she was allegedly abducted here. So the Hoover Police Department said they are partnering with many local, state, and federal partners in investigation, and they're grateful for the support. So you can see here, this was the long highway where she was allegedly abducted here. Pretty long, outstretched highway here. Pretty scary. I wouldn't stop it on a highway, being a young lady by myself, but that's just me. Talitha Russell said the last time she spoke with her daughter was around 9:18 p.m. Thursday when she left Tzatziki's after picking up food and was headed home. Okay, that was what they said, and they were just really talking about their trust in God. They said she's known, the young lady Carly is known to be very helpful. She has a big heart. They said great things about her. They said she does know not to stop for anyone. I think she kind of let her guard down, thinking they were so close. And when she got out the car, she did tell my daughter-in-law, I can't just leave this little child on the side of the road. Family and team of volunteers are spread out across the city to hand out flyers. I mean, they did a lot. And they said, this is a picture of how Carly looks with braids, because it's not braided exactly like this. So this is kind of like a picture of her in braids. She's a very beautiful young lady. And a sweet young lady, according to that. Because they said her wig was like the scene, so they're like, she's definitely not going to look like, you know, how she would look with her wig on. Here's another picture of her that they had. Then they were begging for support. Here, let's just take a look at this video here, guys. Just giving you a background story because not everybody has heard about this story. So this is a video of the search party. There were people actually going out and they had a search party and they were driving around looking for her. So this is just like a video of one of the searches of them driving in that highway. And if you could see on there was a group of people on the side of the road. That was the search party that was there on the side of the road, combing that area, trying to get evidence, all that stuff during the tragedy. Now let's get some information about Russell. The young lady, she works part-time at the Woodhouse Day Spa, and she attends Jefferson State Community College, according to Al, where she's studying to become a registered nurse. She has a bachelor's degree in psychology from AUM, according to the outlet. Jefferson State released a statement on Friday and said the school was extremely concerned for Russell's safety. Angela Harris, mother of Ania Blatchard, a 19-year-old who vanished in 2019 before she was found dead, joined the search party. So we had other people who had children that, you know, were victims of kidnapping join also because they felt empathy for this young lady. Harris said that despite teams of volunteers spread out across the city to hand out flyers, they're limited because there is no place to search. It was frustrating. They said it's the most frustrating, she said to Al. I told the family, whatever you feel in your heart, where you think you need to go, go. Because they really had no lead. They didn't know where to go. Now, that was the background story, y'all, about this story. And again, it was a pretty huge surprise to the community that, you know, law enforcement, the media, everybody was involved. And people were starting to think that the toddler was bait to lure the Alabama woman from her car. And a lot of people say that this type of baiting and luring people is what people do to human traffic people, basically, and get them involved into human trafficking. So it was more of a warning and a scare to people across the U.S. to be careful where you go. So this is what the family said. They said they feel that the child was used as some type of bait to lure the young lady to this area, and people were getting scared and alarmed, and they were sending out warnings to everybody. If you see anything like that on the side of the road, don't get out the car, call 911, so forth. That's why this case got so much public attention, y'all. And here was a footage that lit up in blue lights, kind of where this happened. You can't even really see anything. I don't know why they have this picture here, guys. You can't see anything on there. I don't know why. But let's take a look at this video here of the actual footage of the incident. This is supposed to be Carlee's car right here with the blinker hazard lights on. So let's take a look at this video. There we go. So here you can see, this is the video surveillance. You can see here where Carilee turned her blinkers on to get to the side of the road there. You see, she was trying to get to the side of the road. But look closely here. Do you guys even see a toddler? I don't see a toddler anywhere. I know it's blurry, but I don't even see any toddlers anywhere on the side of this road. That's consistent with what she said she saw. I don't see anything on the side of the road. And they just did a close-up. Sorry, it's so blurry, but they did a close-up of the area. And yet still, guys, it's very blurry. You can't really see, but I don't see a kid there on the road. This is the video surveillance of that area. There is no footage of a child on the side of the road. So I'm wondering, was this all orchestrated, y'all? Y'all let me know, because I don't see a kid anywhere. And she stopped right there. I don't see any other third parties there. I don't see anything on the side of the road. Now, again, I know this is very blurry. All I see is her put her blinkers on. That's pretty interesting. Right, and Betty Yellick says it's the same thing. She said, I seen the footage yesterday. I didn't see a toddler. Right, I don't see a toddler either. I don't see anything on the side of the road, matter of fact. It makes me wonder, was this all planted? Did she take off the wig and everything to make it look like a struggle? And then somebody came and picked her up. I don't know. This is sounding like that other case, y'all. Let me know in the chat. There's a case similar to this where a young lady faked her kidnapping so she can be with her other man. And then, eventually she came back months later, I guess. I don't know how long after she was with her other man and her husband. She ended up going to jail for that. It sounds like that situation, but this is a little different in that she came back 2 days later. But again, this is the video surveillance, guys. I don't see anything on the side of the road. You let me know. I know it's kind of blurry, guys, but I don't even see any other cars. It just looks like she stopped her car there for no reason. It's interesting. Again, we're just going to keep playing this video surveillance. I don't see nothing there but her stopping her car. Let me see what you guys have to say. Okay, so Bad News says maybe she was in a manic state. That happens during the manic episode. Oh, okay. Mary says that she does not see a child, period. All I see are cars. That's all I see, too. I see cars and I see, grass on the side of the road. Carvella Hudson says all that traffic on I-495 and no one else saw a child, no Amber Alert, nothing. She is a liar and needs to go to jail, earn that degree behind bars. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. I don't see a child here. And people don't realize when they say these type of situations, the officers are going to look at every evidence. You can't lie about stuff like this because there's video surveillance all over the place, y'all. Now, Tough McGruff thinks it's fake too. Tough McGruff says definitely faked her life events because, okay. Betty says that's what I said. No Amber Alert. I know, I find that interesting too. I still haven't heard anything about a child, a description of the child. Mary says, I don't understand why she would fake something like this. Guys, I don't either. This is sounding like a Jussie Smollett situation. I don't know. I want to hear what y'all got to say. But it looks like the chat does not feel convinced that this is a real story. Okay. Betty says she went home after 2 days being wherever she went to. She is a liar and walked home at that. Right. We're going to get into that a little later. I'm trying to build up the story, y'all, because y'all know some people don't know about the story. So we got to be fair. Yes, she is very beautiful. See, everybody in the chat, I'm trying to find one person that believes this story, and I have yet to find one in the chat. Okay, maybe she wanted to meet up. Okay, Yesum says maybe she wanted to meet up with a man of whom her family would disapprove. Girl, you know, maybe. But she's a 25-year-old woman. I thought that too, but I'm like, she's 25 years old. She can do what she wants, right? She has a boyfriend too, allegedly. The boyfriend came out and spoke too. But again, guys, I don't see a child. I don't see any other cars. Now, this area is a little blurry, so you can't really see what's over here. But with what I see here, guys, I don't see any other person on the side of the road except for when she just used her blinkers, her hazard lights. And you notice too, notice how all these other cars are just driving like they don't notice anything. If there was really some unusual situation going on, then also you would see people slowing down. Nobody slowed down. The traffic still kept moving fluidly. So again, that's another red flag for me to wonder whether this is really a true story or not. After police and fire officials confirmed it was Russell and evaluated her at the scene. Oh, let's go back to this, guys. So after that happened, y'all, after that happened, she allegedly returned home. Okay. She allegedly returned home, y'all, and it doesn't make sense. She was gone for all those days, and then she just returned home. Usually when you get kidnapped, and if you're fighting off your kidnapper, this person you would run to the nearest house. You'd be on the highway somewhere. How is it that you have time to be calm enough to get home first? I don't know, but here's what happened, y'all. Okay, that happened on Thursday, right? The officer said they looked at the video. They said it's not the greatest. It proves that Carilee Carr was there. And we know that officers responded at the 911 call. She was not. This is sounding like Jesse Smollett. Remember how Jesse Smollett planted that whole situation, and he went to the scene and he had them act out the whole fake story. Well, of course, she had to go to that area, pull over because it had to go with her story. I don't know, y'all. I'm not really believing this story because I don't see a kid on the side of the road, but y'all let me know. On Saturday night, y'all, officials in Hoover, Alabama, received a phone call that Russell had returned to her home after knocking on the door. That to me is a red flag right there, y'all. A red flag right there. So you mean to tell me your kidnappers kidnap you for a few days and then they drop you off at home afterwards? Make it make sense. Now, there was an argument on one side. People said, well, maybe the kidnappers saw that there was so much media coverage about this story and they got spooked and they just dropped her off. Guys, I don't believe that one bit. A kidnapper is not going to do that because they know that she probably already seen these people's face, identified them, and she can report them. So they're not going to let her go. They would have already unalived her. I'm just keeping it real if this is really a kidnapper. So it doesn't make sense to me that these kidnappers would just drop her off at home. Okay? That's weird. And where I don't see anything on that video surveillance showing anybody abducting her. I just see her pulling over on the side of the road to an empty road, to an empty grass. Just grass. I don't see any other cars. I don't see a little baby. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing going wrong. I'm almost singing another song. Anyway, Police Chief Nicholas Duriz told the New York Times he's not sure how she got there, but nobody was with Russell on her arrival. Again, another weird red flag. Like, wouldn't you think if she got away from her killers or whoever they were, kidnappers, she would have randomly called? She would have called 911 immediately, not even before she even got home. She would have went to the nearest place. It would have, how would they just drop her off at home? And that means if they dropped her off at home, they know where she lives at. And now she's speaking to police. This don't make any sense. What kidnapper would do that, y'all? Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. This is not making sense at all. Okay, at all. After police and fire officials confirmed it was Russell and evaluated her at the scene, she was taken to a local hospital. Interesting, y'all. I don't know. How is she just so, these kidnappers really didn't do much with her. They just kidnapped her and just had her watch TV with them. What they do? I'm sorry, this don't make sense. Okay. Y'all let me know, please. I'm not trying to blame a victim, okay? If she's really a victim, I feel so much empathy for her, and I'm really sorry for making these comments, but I'm just listening to my intuition, and my intuition feel like this story don't make sense. That's all I'm saying, okay? I may be wrong, but it just don't feel right. No further information about her condition has been made public other than one person familiar with the situation said she had been dropped off at home, according to WRC. Again, guys, please tell me in the chat, what kidnapper would just kidnap somebody and then happen to say, oh, let me drop you off at home now? Guys, that does not make sense. And then what doesn't make sense to me is the parents came out and spoke today, and they were like, oh, she fought for her life. So after she had a fight in the house, they were like, okay, you win. We're going to drop you off at home now. Guys, that doesn't make sense. If she really fought for her life, I would imagine, fight for your life, escape, and get to the nearest place, wherever that is. I mean, some random house, I don't know, wherever she was. But I've never heard of kidnappers fighting with somebody and then like saying, okay, since you won this fight, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you off at home now. Guys, I don't understand. I don't. Please put chat, because this is not making sense. Hoover police said in a statement, missing person Carilee has been located. Now, another issue I have with this case is, if this was really a missing child issue, the officers have yet to mention anything about a child. They've never mentioned an Amber Alert about a child. These officers would have been reporting a missing child already. There's no description at all about a child, even several days after she's been found. She's found on Saturday, or she came back Saturday. It's now Tuesday. I have yet to hear any description about a child at all. That's a red flag too, guys. The story doesn't make sense. At 10:45, the Hoover 911 center received a call that Carilee returned home to her residence. This is weird. Police responded to the scene to investigate this latest development in the case. Now, I'm going to be real. I'm so happy she got home safe, because that was my prayer, is that she's home. So that's the best news possible. But I still find it weird about the officers not reporting anything about a child at all. They have no concern whatsoever about a child. Hoover fire medics responded to the scene to assess Carilee and transported her to the local hospital for evaluation. Additional information will be provided when it becomes available. Hoover police have not received calls of a missing child. One witness reported possibly seeing a gray vehicle and a man standing outside of Carilee's vehicle. But police said they have no additional information. So they said they saw a gray vehicle and a man standing outside. Let me know. I didn't really see that, so I don't know. Maybe it was later on in the video. Here's another video of the young lady here. They said she was found after turning up at the doorsteps on Saturday night. So she just came back after partying. I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. The 25-year-old was on the phone with her boyfriend's girlfriend, with her brother's girlfriend, when she went to check up on the child before the family member heard a scream and lost contact. So I think we already seen this one. Here we saw this picture of her. We already heard about all this, y'all. This is all redundant stuff. Sometimes they like to repeat things. We saw this already. We already went over. Why are they repeating all this? We've seen all this already. Okay, let me see. There's some more details about this that came out about her being unresponsive. I want to look at that article, because I'm not sure if I'm buying this. Let me know if you're buying the story. I need to see if there's at least one person in the chat, because I haven't seen anybody yet who thinks this story is valid. I don't feel it's valid. I'm sorry. I love the girl. I'm glad she's alive. Hallelujah. But it's going to really be sad for the Black community if this was a fake story. Now, the boyfriend spoke out, but we're going to get to the boyfriend. Hold on, we're going to get to the boyfriend. But let's see what happened, because basically they're saying Carilee was unresponsive, but she was breathing when she returned to her parents' house 48 hours after vanishing. and there was a large crowd out in the street. New 911 call reveals. So that's what they're saying. They're saying when she came home, when she was dropped off, she was unresponsive but breathing. Now, I just have another question, though. If she's unresponsive and breathing, guys, and this was a random kidnapping, how did the kidnappers know where she lived? That doesn't make sense to me, because at the crime scene, her phone, her Apple iPod was left, her wig was left, but at least her phone was left, and her phone would have had identifying information in there. So the information that could have identified her home address would be left on the side of the highway. So if she's unresponsive, how did they know where she lived? Again, another red flag. There is just too many red flags in this alleged tragedy. If it walks like a duck, if it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, y'all, it's a duck. Y'all make it make sense. How is a kidnapper going to know where you live at? They don't know you. First of all, why would a kidnapper drop you off at your house in the first place? No, they're going to take her out. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. And then if she's so unresponsive, how are they going to know where to take her to? Because this don't make sense. Carly was unresponsive but breathing when she returned to her parents. I don't know, y'all. New police dispatch audio reveals the moment Carly returned to her parents' home 48 hours after vanishing from the side of the Alabama Interstate Road. It says she was found alive on Saturday night when she showed up on foot to her parents after a frantic 2-day multi-state search. Now, they said she showed up on foot. Okay, this don't make sense. How is she unresponsive, breathing, and still walking on foot? Guys, this don't make sense. At this point, I don't know what to believe with this young lady. How are you walking but unresponsive? I feel like the family's covering up for her too. I'm just saying. Okay. Cops say the 25-year-old was driving home from Taziki's and she pulled over to talk to get the child anyway. Let's see. They say right here, though, new police dispatch audio revealed that Russell was unresponsive but breathing after officials said she returned to her parents' home. Unresponsive but breathing as she walked on foot. We saw a walking miracle, y'all. This story sounds fake as all get out. I'm sorry. Police said they received a 911 call on July 15th at 10:44 and that the 25-year-old had returned home on foot. I don't know. They located, after which she was taken to the hospital and evaluated and treated before being. So she didn't even have any injuries that were so major. If she fought for her life like they are claiming she did, because that's what the parents said in their interview recently today, they were like, she fought for her life. Well, then how come when she went to the hospital, it was very superficial and they just immediately released her? It don't sound like any type of injuries are on her. If somebody's fighting for your life, you're going to have some pretty severe injuries. She would have ended up in the hospital somewhere. She probably wouldn't even really be so responsive. I don't even know if I believe if she was unresponsive, because how did she walk home unresponsive? Guys, this don't make sense. And how she fight for her life, but they immediately released her from the hospital when she had no injuries, really. What kind of fight was that? That sounded like a little childlike playground fight at a playground when you just doing little, I don't know. That don't sound like a real fight to me. If somebody fighting for their life, you would think she would have had some major injuries. This girl didn't have really nothing because they released her so fast. She barely even got into the hospital and they released her. Okay. And why do people think they can do stuff like this and get away with it after it already happened so many times? I don't know. Let's listen to this, y'all.
When you sleep more deeply, you wake up more energized.
Sorry for
Introducing
that.
Purple's new mattresses. Our unique Gel Flex grid draws away heat, helping you fall asleep faster. It relieves pressure for less ow and more ah, and instantly adapts as you move without ever disturbing your partner. Amazing. Sleep better. Live Purple. Visit purple.com or a mattress store near you.
2011 Rescue 11 respond 2029 nominally passed. Unresponsive female. 2011 Rescue 11 nominally passed. Adult female unresponsive is breathing. Police are en route. Stage 4 police.
Engine 5 responding.
Engine 5 responding.
126. 2644. My apologies. Are you clear for traffic?
10-4.
Homeboy declaring it at the time and you said please advise.
10-4.
2011 Rescue 11 respond.
11 Rescue 11 responding.
34. I sent you a 77 Ridge Crossing Department.
That was advised. I'll be on service November 2247.
13.
13.
See if they can provide a vehicle description as well.
Yeah, where we're trying to get further.
32. I'll arrive with 34 to 77.
Nominally passed. Police are en route. Unresponsive female is breathing. 17. 717, confirming you're in service.
10-4 Charlie, I'll back up.
717, 2248.
35. I'm out with 5-2.
2248.
38. I'm 23. Be advised, we've got a large crowd out here in the street.
2011 on scene staging. 2011 be nominally passed. 2011 be advised. Scene is secure, you can go on in.
Rescue 11.
Gentlemen.
40, show me 23.
Gentlemen.
Nominally passed. Police are en route. Unresponsive female is breathing. 17. 717, confirming you're in service.
10-4 Charlie, I'll back up.
717, 2248.
35. I'm out with 5-2.
2248.
38. I'm 23. Be advised, we've got a large crowd out here in the street.
2011 on scene staging. 2011 be nominally passed. 2011 be advised. Scene is secure, you can go on in.
Receipt. Engine 5 is on scene. Huckleberry Command.
Engine 5 on scene, Huckleberry Command.
540 to 512.
12.
Hey, we should have all the family members that were here on the front porch. Not only pass. Will you call X-Ray E103? Have her call me, please.
Gentlemen.
11. Get her to come over here and just have her call me, okay?
Gentlemen.
Well, what time did we get this call?
Came in at 2244.
35. I'm on the scene.
And Carlo. One patient en route to UAV by Rescue 11 with additional basic only command terminated.
Out to UAV with additional medic. Command terminated.
Control, I can use one more just for an extra body over here.
42305.
X-ray 120, 10-8, en route to UAV. All units be advised who are doing traffic on Nunnally, unless they have on their ID that address for that street, do not let them through for 13.
904.
904.
Nunnally for traffic control.
10-4.
Rescue 11 out of UAV.
And out of UAV.
538. Be advised, 423. I'm going to be without radio inside.
Can I have my traffic unit switch to 5 with me?
13. I got a heavy traffic unit and it cut off at the end.
I need my unit there on traffic. Switch to 12 with me.
10-4. All traffic control units switch to channel 12. 13. Currently we have 34, 32, 904, and 40 at that location. 38 is at the hospital.
We have nothing holding though, correct?
No, I mean, the units can take care of whatever we have.
Cool. Thank you.
Rescue 11 is completed UAV.
11 complete UAV.
X-ray 122. Show me out at 2029 Nunnally. Hope with the individuals, they're heading in for the night cleaning up.
Yeah.
That gives us a little bit of insight into the night, though they went radio silent. The whole unresponsive thing, you know, I don't know, makes me think of the Idaho 4 with the whole, I think there was something similar about unresponsive, though the person was deceased. And though obviously this is a different situation, I don't know about the verbiage, but it's interesting. I will at some point on a live stream talk about the mother's post and the brother's post.
That's another YouTuber. I don't know why they just post this guy. But anyway, so you could see there, that was the 911 call saying she was unresponsive. I still think that's weird. How are you unresponsive, but you were able to locate where you live, you know, walk to wherever you're going, know what streets to go to, know what everywhere, know what house to identify as your house. You're clearly responsive. It sounded like she was acting unresponsive. It sounded like she put on a whole Hollywood reenactment. I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know, okay? Detectives took an initial statement at the residence from her. They talked to her. So if she's so unresponsive, how were they able to get a statement from her at the residence? So they were able to talk to her. That's why I feel like she's just playing a role. I don't know. I'm just not believing it. Y'all gonna have to forgive me for this because I'm just keeping it real, okay? at UAB, but full details of that statement will make part of the ongoing investigation, police say. May take a few days. Again, this doesn't make sense to me because I feel like they would have got that statement and they would have been able to do a press conference. It just sounds like they're not buying what she's saying either. And they're trying to investigate her to see if her story's actually legit. That's what I feel like they're doing. Authorities said they were able to retrace Russell's steps up until the point she went missing, but are confident they'll be able to piece together the rest. You see that? They're trying to, this sounds like a Jussie Smollett situation where they're trying to piece together everything to dot their I's, cross their T's, to basically really see if this tragedy is what it really portrays itself to be. I don't know, guys. Russell's mother, Talitha Robinson Russell, took the helm to find her daughter, seeking help via social media to ensure the safe return of her daughter. The concerned mother said that Russell had been on to someone when they heard a blood-curdling scream from the other end of the phone before Russell went quiet. And they posted pictures in her Facebook. Her mom wrote, "Whatever city you're in within 4-5 from Birmingham, will you please go it and help search for our daughter? She's about 5'5", 150 pounds, known to be on Highway 459 in Hoover. She stopped because a baby was on the side of the highway and the person she was on the phone with heard it." And here again, this is that video surveillance we saw. I don't see any child on the side of the road, y'all. I just don't see it. This side of the road look as clear as daylight. All I see is grass. I don't even see any other vehicles. I feel like this was planned. I don't know. As the days wore on, more Talitha continued to plead for help in searching for her daughter. She said, "Please check hotels, gas stations, rest stops. Be mindful of anything that looks suspicious. Whoever abducted her may be in a gray car. Her wig and hat were found at the scene, so her hair will be braided down to her scalp." My husband and I went to make this statement again, as we did last night. She said, "It's nothing more to add to take away how we're feeling, blah, blah, blah." That's all this is what they're doing to find her. And this is her boyfriend here. Now, her boyfriend came out and he made a statement too, y'all. He's been very actively speaking up and defending his girlfriend and saying, she has been through a lot. He been that ride or die boyfriend, okay? His name is Tamar Latrell. He actually had to come out and defend himself too, because people were coming for him. They thought that he was the one that actually abducted her. And he came out on social media and he was like, "I did not have anything to do with this." And he was saying that, his girlfriend had been through a lot. He revealed that she was fighting for her life for 48 hours after she vanished. That's what he said. Okay. Ooh, he is fine. No, I'm not going to lie. Her man. Ooh, I'm sorry. Let me stop. I got sidetracked. Y'all forgive me, y'all. My flesh got out of control right there. Let me move on. Also, please consider the fact we have not slept for 3 nights and we are mentally and physically exhausted. That's what the family was saying. Police said Russell was driving home after picking up dinner. Okay, they keep repeating stuff. Sorry, y'all. Forgive me. It's not me. It's this article. Now, here's what the boyfriend, he said. He claimed she was fighting for her life for 48 hours. Here is the young lady again. On better days. I don't know what made her do this, though. I don't know. I'm going to talk about some of the stuff they think. Here's another picture of her with her boyfriend. That's Tamar and Carly are pictured on July 4th, a trip in New York City, just a week before she vanished off Alabama. So that's her with her boo. Okay. Getting her kiss on. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, the boyfriend said on Sunday afternoon that his girlfriend is currently not physically or mentally stable enough to speak about the whereabouts of her alleged kidnapper. That's what her boyfriend said. Her boyfriend fighting for his girlfriend, okay? Simmons, who shared loving photos of the couples together, mentioned that he was falsely accused of being involved in her disappearance, but he had faith that she would return. The boyfriend who last week went on a trip to New York City with Carly. Oh, I was there too last week. I would have probably saw them. I didn't see them in New York. Anyways, it's a big city, y'all. I wouldn't have known. Anyway, described his nonstop hunt for her and said he was not giving up until I saw her face again. He wrote, "I don't even know how to start off this post, but to only say thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus for saving my girlfriend's life. Also, thank you to everyone who shared a picture came out to the Hoover Met to help us with search parties, who went and proceeded to tell other people about Carilee to bring more awareness to her story. I have been going nonstop since I received the call that she was missing on Thursday night. I know she would have done the same for me, so I wasn't going to give up until I saw her face again. I was straight tunnel vision. Even when I would get on social media on my downtime and see some of the false allegations and assumptions about me having something to do with her abduction, would have discouraged me at times, but I didn't give up and kept my faith. So that was what he posted on his social media. There's another picture of him on Better Days with his girlfriend. Now I'm going to talk about some of the allegations people are saying why she did this. Okay, again, I don't know if she really was abducted or not. I'm just saying this is what people are saying out in the streets. Carilee's picture with her boyfriend Tamar. He said, following the ordeal, I wasn't going to give up until I saw her face again. So there he is, pictured with his girlfriend, y'all. Fighting for his girlfriend, y'all. Defended her till the end, y'all. Another picture right here. Tamar posted images and videos of the pair together after she was found. What? Is that her after she was found? I don't know. They said they posted images and videos of the pair after she was found. I don't know if this is an old picture or not, but I wouldn't be smiling. Anyway, I just want to thank all of my family, friends, former teammates, church members who called or texted me just to let me know that they're praying and here for me. You guys don't know how much that meant to me. That was her boyfriend writing this post. He said, all I ask from everyone right now is to be respectful to Carilee's situation. She was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours. So until she's physically and mentally stable again, she is not able to give any updates or whereabouts of her kidnapper at this very moment. Well, at least her boyfriend being her defender, okay. He's obviously a keeper, okay. I also want to thank the people on social media who have been understanding and respectful about what she's been through in the past few days. Once again, I can't say thank you enough for helping us bring Carilee home. God bless you all. Carilee's parents said they believe the young child she'd stopped to help may have been used as bait to lure her from her car. They also tearfully promised to scour the earth to find her when she was missing. And this was that actual live footage, still shot, guys, of the images of the number of officers and the public who helped search for her. This is amazing, guys. I'm telling you, in all the history I've been doing these stories, this is an amazing turnout for a Black young lady. Now, we've been complaining a lot about when Black lives go missing, law enforcement don't come out, media don't. But look at this. Look at this turnout of all the law enforcement in Alabama that really went out for this Black young lady. That's amazing. I was thankful for that. And I'm praying to God this is a real story, because I don't want this to shed a bad light in the Black community, so that when real victims go missing, now law enforcement and the media are going to be reluctant to cover it because they don't know if it's real or not. So this is this case where I'm really hoping and praying that it's a real story, because y'all, look at this. We don't normally see all this turnout. Y'all got to keep it real. This is an amazing turnout of law enforcement that are really trying to show effort to save this young lady. Allegedly, okay? Allegedly. And we already looked at this. Some of this stuff is redundant, y'all. Now, there was an eerie footage of the moment that Russell's car slowed down, showing shadows, shows a shadowing figure, adding to the mystery of the disappearance. I don't know about that. As she pulled up, her family claimed she was on the phone. Now, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I really believe that part. I didn't see any shadowy figures. I watched the video. We watched the video. Y'all let me know if y'all seen something. Now, this article here, a little bit over some of the stuff the boyfriend was saying. This article is all about the boyfriend. He claims she was kidnapped, y'all. He really going in for her. We just saw some of the stuff he said. But he claimed that she was he really is standing by his girlfriend, y'all. He caught by a toddler wandering on the street, and he's saying she fought for her life. I mean, hey, because he's really fighting for his girlfriend, but I don't know if I really believe this story. Okay. Let's see what he had. Well, we already kind of knew what he had to say, y'all. We already read some of his stuff, but let's see if anything's new in this article. He said on Sunday that his girlfriend is not currently physically or mentally. We already know that, so we already heard about that. He said he was not giving up until he faced. Well, this is kind of stuff we already talked about. That's Sorry, guys, some of this stuff is redundant. Yeah, we already heard about all this. Okay, we're not gonna go over this again. This is a redundant. But let's go over some other stuff, y'all, that I found. Okay. Now I was looking at NC Beat in North Carolina Beat, and North Carolina Beat was finding some other information about this story that had me kind of side-eyeing this story, y'all. Okay. One of the things he did, let me see if I can find that thing he had. I'm gonna see, he had some on here. Stop to help, found safe. Carilee's story is drawing a lot of suspicion about what really happened. Let's start with this one, y'all. Let's see if this is okay. So he said that now after she's been found, guys, I was shocked at the response. When she was missing, everybody was on board trying to figure out where this girl was. Now there's a turn of events. A lot of people are really questioning it. I mean, it's everywhere. You can literally go on social media. You can go on YouTube, even on major outlets. There was a couple of experts on News Nation, I think it was, that was coming out calling questions to whether this is really a valid story. Another question is, how come no one's heard about this young little girl or toddler, whoever the child is? No one's heard anything about a toddler. It's just everybody wondering, okay? There's no missing persons report about a missing child, okay, made that night, nor were there any 911 calls, according to police. Carilee's 911 call was the only call dispatchers received on the night of the July 13th about a child missing, guys, on I-459. That's a red flag. According to Talitha, Carilee's sister-in-law was on the phone with her, and she didn't even hear a baby. You don't hear, because usually baby's going to say something, okay? You don't hear a peep from a child? That's weird too. And then they said they found the daughter's phone or wig. They said the daughter's purse was in the car. Let's see. A tip submitted to the police, according to Talitha, claimed they saw Carilee's car on the side of the road. What is critical to Carilee's story is that nothing adds up before Carilee comes to the complete stop. You don't see a baby at all, okay? At all. So some people in the comments, let's see what they had to say. I'm curious what people got to say in the community. This person says, the world is so suspicious. We would never know. I don't think someone would leave all their things behind, including their car, purse, wig, just for clout. The video clearly shows someone hovering in her car. I'm just happy she's safe. Okay, so this person thinks it's a valid story. This person says she lied. Simple. Let's call it what it is. She wasted so many good resources. There are 2 children sold per minute in the U.S. The cops looked for her for 51 hours. Do the math. I couldn't sleep for 2 days praying for her. This person says she wanted to be alone with the other man. If this is the case, it sounds just like that other tragedy, guys. Y'all know that was a tragedy that happened in California. This person says 2 words, Juicy Smollett. This person said, why didn't y'all post a nice pic of the girl wearing her wig? Y'all so petty. She more than likely lied. Make her pay a fine or order her to get some therapy. This person says, I really been trying to ignore these stories about suspicion, especially because I was genuinely concerned about this girl, but some ain't right. And this crazy A pic don't make it no better. Is that how she was found? Was this how she was found, guys, smiling, or just an old picture? Because if she found smiling, that's even more concerning. I feel like this blog is really calling her a liar. Black people really be their own worst enemy. This person says, I wish I could sue her ASS for pain and suffering. Okay, that's what people are saying. Some people don't believe it. Now let's look at this, y'all. This person here, look at this. This was from someone else. North Carolina Beach says, child, somebody get Carilee on the line. This person here posted this. She posted this today. She said, all I'm going to say is I had a long conversation with one of the people who are part of Carilee's search party. Ooh, the entire town, y'all, is pissed because they weren't given any updates after she showed up to her doorstep. It's alleged that she went through a breakup with her boyfriend. You know, that one that was over here defending her, y'all? It's alleged they went through a breakup. And she planned her own kidnapping to get his attention. Wow. So the things people will do desperately to get a man back, I don't understand it. You gonna fake your own kidnapping allegedly to get your man back? I didn't heard it all. Now I don't know if this is true, y'all. It sounds like a rumor to me, but I'm just saying. Okay, if this is true, this is a shame. They are alleging she faked her kidnapping to get get her boyfriend's attention because they allegedly were having some relationship issues. She was at the Red Roof Inn for 2 days. Y'all, they said she was staying at a hotel for 2 days instead of being kidnapped. And if that's the case, that's going to be on record. So if the cops find that, the cops are going to be able to track all that. They could track her spending too. So that would have been smart if she stayed at a hotel, y'all. She called her cousin saying that this plan escalated too quickly and she don't know what to do. Wow. This is the discussion happening in that small town. It's alleged the town is pissed because they helped search for her. And they're saying if anybody is owed an explanation, it's them. I can understand their perspective. Ooh. Do y'all believe this? Do y'all believe this? Do y'all believe this? Oh my gosh. This look messy as all get out, y'all. I don't know if this is true, but y'all, she even had Beyonce's mama calling for the search. Beyonce's mama even was going to bat for this girl. Okay? Even she had Tina Knowles. Is that? Yeah, Tina Knowles did a post about this young lady. And if it turned out to be a lie, that's a shame. That's a shame to the Black community. It made everybody look like a fool. Okay? Everybody and their mama. And it's going to push back the cause that we have been advocating for decades about, for, you know, pleading with the social media, pleading with law enforcement to value Black lives, to give us more coverage if Black people are missing. This is going to put a huge damper on that for years to come. And now we're just going to keep fighting to try to have Black lives publicized more when they're missing, because if this is a fake story, then the media and law enforcement are going to be even less reluctant to take serious crimes like this against the Black community. It's sad, y'all. But let's see what people have to say about this comment. I'm curious what people have to say in the comments. This person says, even had Beyonce mama calling for the search, shaking my head. Shame on her if this is true. And to the people that came together and looked for her, y'all are blessed beyond this earth. This person said, sadly, I'm assuming this is what it is. Any toddler walking the highway in diapers is coming to cause a traffic jam with everyone pulling over to help. Right. 100 911 calls would have happened. I'm hoping I'm wrong due to women who are actually missing. Me too. I really hope this is a real case because, like I said, it's going to really put a huge damper on any type of a huge just dent, guys. It's going to put a huge dent in our advocacy for equality as it relates to Black lives. This is so sad, y'all. Well, we won't get this kind of support for a missing Black person again. As soon as they give us what we ask for, look, that's what this person said. Exactly what I feel. See, she said exactly what I feel. This person said, I pray this is just rumors. We have had a hard enough time with Black women being searched for. This person said, yeah, I think she messed up. And now her and her family are scared as HE double hockey sticks because all this national attention. At this point, what she should do, especially when the whole world is going to be pissed off, especially the Black community. Y'all think a Uber picked her up? Guys, they said they think a Uber picked her up. I wonder what they said about that one. Let me see. Somebody said they reported seeing a silver car in front of hers. That silver car would definitely be someone who picked her up, but I'm thinking more of it being someone she knew. Dang, man. Guys, this was fake, and the family trying to cover it up now because that's crazy. But the boyfriend didn't get on here and make a post about her fighting for her life. Oh, so this person said, but didn't the boyfriend get on here and make a post about her fighting for her life for 48 hours? Yeah, he did, y'all. He did. And all this attention, nobody at the Red Roof saw her, especially after a reward was offered. Child, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to believe, y'all. This is, again, allegedly. And it's an allegation. Take it as a grain of salt because we don't know if it's true. There was some other post that they did about her posting something on her social media. I don't know if he removed it though. I think he might have removed it because he posted something saying that she posted something right after she was kidnapped. She posted something on her Twitter, but now I'm not finding it. Let me see what this says. Alabama woman goes missing. Okay, we already know that. Found safe. Says she showed up at home.
Anybody checked in under that name?
Negative, and according to the front desk, the message that the family got did not state which Red Roof Inn. They don't know if it's going to be Vestavia or another location.
Okay, thank you. 52 and 5844 on scene at Red Roof. 760 on scene at Red Roof. 54 copy. Did the front desk have anybody checked in under that name?
Negative, and according to the front desk, the message that the family got did not state which Red Roof Inn. They don't know if it's going to be Vestavia or another location.
Wow, guys. Wow, did you hear that 911 dispatch discussion? They're talking about when she got home, Carly got home, she told her family she was at a Red Roof Inn. So that tends to corroborate what that young lady alleged, that she did allegedly stay at a Red Roof Inn and wasn't really kidnapped. Because this dispatcher is saying it on the recording. It says authorities in Alabama say Carly returned home safely before 11 p.m. Hoover police said Russell showed up at her family's house alone and she was taken to the paramedics. But they said where Russell has been for the last 2 days is not clear. However, a 911 dispatcher said Carly family called and said Carly told them she was at a Red Roof Inn hotel, believed to be on Montgomery Highway in Birmingham. Did y'all see that? That right here corroborates the statement. Okay? We just read about that woman saying that she was at a Red Roof Inn, and now the dispatchers are corroborating it. So now I'm starting to think that rumor may be true, that she might have been planning this out to try to get her boyfriend's attention. Allegedly, because there had to have been some motive for why she did what she did. She was that desperate to get this man's attention to fake a kidnapping, allegedly. But let's hear what this girl had to say. She said her safety and return home is not meant for y'all or any of us to understand. What the HE double hockey sticks? She's home and safe. The coverage and attention, her name, and was getting probably scared them into bringing her back home and close to it. If she called and somehow only had the chance to say Red Roof Inn, hell yeah, her family pulling up. But that doesn't mean she was still there at the time. She could have been blindfolded, drugs. I don't know. I don't know if I'm believing that. Somebody said I'm so bad. She's glad she's home and being evaluated. I hope we get more information soon, though. Okay, so she was at the hotel. Her family picked her up and then turned her into the police. Red Roof. I know this doesn't make sense, right? It does. This story doesn't make sense because one story says she's returned home on foot, unresponsive. Now they're saying, I guess when she went home, she must have told him she was at the Red Roof. And that corroborates what the other young lady is saying, is that the rumor is that she just booked a hotel at Red Roof Inn. and that she told her cousin this whole fake incident got out of hand. Y'all, this is sounding real sketchy to me. Did she fake her abduction for attention? That's the question I have at the end of the day. Did she fake her abduction for attention? And whose attention did she want?
754 and route. The Red Roof.
52, 1852.
26 is the responding units. I just spoke with the front desk clerk. They said that the family is not being hostile or anything like that, but that there was about 6 carloads of people that have just shown up over there.
$754 unclassified complaint 1466 Montgomery Highway at the Red Roof Inn. The front office. Per caller, family members at this location saying they received a call from the female that's missing, Carilee Russell. $754 family members are saying they received a call from the female saying she was at this location.
754 and route. The Red Roof.
52, 18.
Wow, guys. Now we got I'm just saying, this is seeming to corroborate what that girl was saying the rumor was. It sounds like this girl went to the Red Roof Inn. But let's see what this young lady says, because this young lady seems to think that this hotel is known for human trafficking. She says Red Roof was one of the hotels on the list of hotels involved in X, you know what I mean, sex trafficking, spelled wrong on purpose. You know what I mean, y'all. Recently, I honestly believe it wasn't oh wait, what did she say? I honestly believe it wasn't a child she saw. It was an adult little person who was working in cahoots with someone else. The man, some reportedly seen by Carilee car, and that they were looking to abduct someone to traffic them. The media coverage may have spooked them into letting her go. Just my opinion. That's initially what I thought, guys, but I don't know now. Somebody better know something by the time I get back up, because ain't no way. Glad she's home, but where the F you been? Somebody said, my question I had and still have, what kind of vision? What kind of vision? These people need to learn how to write, because I can't understand what they're saying, y'all. Does she have, like, why did she drive with her flashers on for so long? Okay, that's a weird question anyway. She was out there hunching. All she had to do was stand up to her mama with her controlling self. Okay, I don't understand that. Kidnapper didn't expect some publicity, and she was very much loved by her family. Okay, I don't know, y'all. Y'all gonna have to let me know what y'all think about this. Because look, that comes out, and then we see this statement from the friend here. Right after that happened 2 days ago, then we hear who killed inside. Okay. It says drawing a lot of attention, suspicion. We talk about that. Then we hear this girl talking about that she went to the Red Roof to basically pretend her kidnapping. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all gonna have to let me know what y'all think. Now let's take a look at this one. This is a statement from the family. They have come out and spoke today because they were hearing all these people in the media questioning the validity of this girl. So the family was like, let me come out and just speak, because we need to defend our daughter.
Speaking out, describing the moment their daughter appeared on their doorstep after being missing for more than 48 hours.
What did you do when you saw her?
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her. But it's okay.
Last Thursday, police say Carilee called 911 to report a toddler walking alone on the interstate. She pulled over while on the phone with a family member.
Let me see if I can find a little bit more of that interview somewhere else, y'all, because that was just a little snippet there. I have this one right here. Let's see if that gives me a little bit more.
Can you tell me What happened Saturday night? Did you just get a knock at the door?
Thing leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
But they say speculation about the circumstances surrounding Carly's disappearance are only making things worse.
She's having to deal with the trauma of people just making completely false allegations about her.
Her family now urging the public to let the investigation play out, but mentioning an abductor. Her mother asking to read a brief message to the public.
Carly has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Can you tell me what happened Saturday night? Did you just get a knock at the door?
Anything leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
But they say speculation about the circumstances surrounding Carly's disappearance are only making things worse.
She's having to deal with the trauma of people just making completely false allegations.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's play this one, y'all. Sorry, I'm trying to get a little bit more. We'll do this one.
That moment you all first laid eyes on her again, what was it like?
To me, I mean, just so much joy.
This morning, in an exclusive sit-down with NBC News, the parents of 25-year-old Carlee Russell are speaking out, describing the moment their daughter appeared on their doorstep after being missing for more than 48 hours.
What did you do when you saw her?
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her.
Okay. I'm gonna try not to be too picky, y'all. So don't come for me in the chat. I know y'all gonna come for me. Okay, if my daughter was missing, I'm not about to stand back. I'm sorry, these parents sound way too calm. Oh, I had to stand back. I'm not about to stand back. I'm about to ambush some people, and I'm gonna hug my baby. I'm gonna ask her if she okay. It just sound kind of, I don't know, y'all. I think the mom knows now. What I think happened is, I think when Carlee got home, mama gonna really interrogate and find out what's really going on. And Carlee probably admitted to her mom that she lied. She admitted to her mom she lied. She probably was like, Mom, this went all out of hand. I am so sorry I did this. I made a complete fool of myself. And her mama, parents are going to be ride or die for their kids. That's why it sounds a little bit too suspect that these parents are way too calm now. I'm sorry. If my baby came home, I'm going to be crying. I'm going to be pushing some folks out the way. You are not going to keep me away from my baby, okay? I'm going to hug her, and then I might let you tend to her, but I'm going to get all my hugs in and my cries in. But the family right now sounding a little bit too calm to me. And that's just me. I'm being judgmental right now. Y'all going to have to just understand I'm on my little opinionator side of the analysis right now.
But it's okay.
Last Thursday, police say Carlee called 911 to report a toddler walking alone on the interstate. She pulled over while on the phone with a family member who described hearing Carlee scream.
Her vehicle's unlocked, running, all her personal belongings except for her phone.
On the scene, police found no sign of Carlee.
But even in this video, guys, that side of the road looks clear as daylight. All I see is an empty, grass and the highway signs, street signs. I don't see anything else except for her car with her hazard lights on. This just, I don't know, guys. I'm not buying it. I need to tell me one person in the chat that thinks this story is legit. I just need to find one person who can plays devil's advocate and give me their best opinion on this, because I'm not finding it. And I have an open mind, but I need to hear from one of y'all in the chat that can really give me a good argument for why you think this is a legit story, because I'm just not seeing it.
Or a child, and they say no children were reported as missing during that time period. The Russells waited in agony until Saturday night.
There were actually just so many calls and texts from people who maliciously lied to us. I just didn't know. People could be so evil.
Authorities have not indicated where Carlee was during the 48 hours she was missing or what happened. Her parents declined to share what their daughter told them, citing the ongoing investigation.
And can you tell me what happened Saturday night? Did you just get a knock at the door?
Anything leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
But they say speculation about the circumstances surrounding Carlee's disappearance are only making things worse.
She's having to deal with the trauma of people just making completely false allegations about her.
Her family now urging the public to let the investigation play out, but mentioning an abductor. Her mother asking to read a brief message to the public.
Carlee has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I see another red flag. I really feel those parents know something, y'all. I'm going to play it again. Now, y'all know how men are about their kids, their daughters. They're very protective. Why is this father so calm when the reporter asks if they think of abductors out there? Now, someone then violated your daughter, sir. Why are you so calm and relaxed? He didn't say not a word. I feel like those parents know something now. And they're going to save face because I feel like, parents will do whatever for their babies. It don't matter what they do. Something don't feel right. I'm going to go back and play that again.
Absolutely.
NBC News
has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Why does that dad look like that? Look at his glass stare. He don't even believe the lie. He blinked and then he looked off into the ether land. He don't believe it, y'all. He knows it's a lie. Watch. Look at this dad. He not saying a word. This is not real. I'm sorry. At this point, I'm already not believing the story anymore. I'm sorry, y'all. Look at that dad. Look at his eyes though. When he asks it, he blinks like as if he knows that this is a lie. Like when people when something's not true and you put up in the front, but you trying to play it off. He don't even believe it. Watch. Just focus on the dad. Don't look at the mom. Look at the dad when she asked that question.
You to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I look at body language. That dad looked like he was trying to put back put on a role, like play a role. But it seemed like he got caught off guard by the question. So he's like, oh shoot, I gotta get back into my role again. Oh yes, I do think one. Come on, if somebody really abducted your daughter, do you think he would be that calm a man? Men are very protective over their daughters. If this was really the case, he would have been adamant. He would have been, he looked like he was off into the ether land somewhere, and then he had to come back to reality or something. I don't know what he was doing. Look at his face though. One more time, and then we're gonna move on.
So that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my God, I'm sold, guys. I don't believe this is real. Now, when the dad nodded his head, you see how his head was going all over the place? He didn't know what to say. He didn't know whether he wanted to say yes, no, I don't know. I don't think it's real. Look at his head when he nods.
That they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
NBC News has reached out to the Hoover Police Department
I'm done, y'all. I might as well just go ahead and call it a night. This is not real, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm done. The dad, first he nodded, then he shook his head like he knows it's not one. He's like, yeah, then no. Because when your body language, even if you trying to lie about something, your body language is going to respond to the contrary. And it's going to respond to what the reality is. He nodded yes, but then he nodded no towards the latter of that response. Guys, I'm sorry. At this point, I feel like the parents already know what really happened. I feel like she came clean when she got home because she's probably a really good young lady. She probably really is. She got so caught up, allegedly, in my opinion, in love with this boy, this man out here. Y'all know when we showed you, he was fine, though. I'm not going to lie. But anyway, she got so caught up with him that she lost sight of reality and was willing to risk it all to make up this story to get him to care. And it got out of hand. It sounds like a Jussie Smollett situation. You got this ulterior motive. You don't think the officers are really going to do much about it because you're black. You think, well, nobody going to really report me anyway because I'm a black life and we don't get much publicity as it is. So if I make this story up, it's not going to be a big deal. That's probably what she was thinking. But see, she chose the wrong story. When you start bringing up human trafficking possibilities and stuff like that, child children on the road, it don't matter what color you are, to be real. You're going to get some publicity on that. So I don't know. That's just my opinion, guys. This is all allegations. But the dad to me seemed like he really knows something that he's hiding or something. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just me. I look at body language and I'm not convinced.
Ask whether they're looking for an individual involved. Police have just said they're following up on all information provided by Carilee.
And when I talked to you all on Saturday, you also said your daughter is a fighter and she would find a way back to you.
I felt that in my heart.
Is that what happened?
Oh my gosh, guys, I keep getting thrown off by the dad. Why am I the only one, y'all? This dad just seems way too calm and in a different glass stare. Like he knows that this is a lie. Like, why is he not responsive? Notice how he was when she was missing. When she was missing, he was very vocal. He was speaking out. He was, very animated. Why all of a sudden your daughter was allegedly violated? Your daughter was found unresponsive, allegedly. And you just so calm and relaxed now. And you can't, he's not even in the room mentally. Mentally, he is somewhere else. And I think mentally, he is basically thinking about the fact that they have to put on this fake story right now and put on a fake, a presentation in the media to cover up what his daughter did. But he probably inside disappointed because I'm like, you were so talkative, Father, this whole time when she was missing. And now all of a sudden you don't have not what a peep to say. Now all of a sudden your wife is your lawyer, your advocate, and your mouthpiece. I don't believe this to be true, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm at a point where I'm done. At first, I was in the middle when I first started out this story. Now I'm all the way to the left side, not believing it at all because the dad got me thinking a whole kind of a different way right now. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to let me know in the chat what you think about the dad, but I can't get my mind and my eyes off the dad. Something not right.
Happened. She did. She found her way back to us. However, we can't discuss the details of that.
But they say one thing is clear.
Oh my God, guys, look at that dad. Are you guys not seeing what I'm seeing? Look at the dad. Look at his face, y'all. He looks so guilty, like he knows something's up, but he can't say it. Like he got to put on this role to protect his daughter, his baby, but he know good and well they lying. That's what it looked like to me. Okay, Carvella says she thinks that he checked out when she checked in at home. Okay. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Carvella, girl. She might have gave me another side. That's why I missed you too, Sonia. I missed all y'all. I love everybody. I love the opinions because y'all, Okay, Mary said I'm not the only one. Okay, I feel like I was alone there. I'm like, come on, that is really throwing me off. Lucy says, do you think she wanted her car stolen to get out of her car payments? Girl, shoot. Anything at this point could really be a valid reason at this point. I don't know. But you know what I was thinking? I think she called 911 so that they can come get her stuff. This was all planned, it sounded like. She was going to call 911, say the kid was there. They were going to find her stuff, get her. They knew what they were going to find her stuff and get her stuff back home so that her stuff wouldn't get stolen. But Lucy might be right too. Lucy might be right too. But you know, the police were going to come and get her stuff, you know, and then make sure her stuff got back home. Right. See, Cammie saw it too. Okay, I'm not the only one. Cammie said he initially shook his head no, and then yes. See, he don't know. The father is trying to put on this front, y'all. Okay, Mary says she caught it too. Okay, I'm not the only one. I was feeling alone there. I was like, come on, I know y'all got to see what I'm seeing here. Something about that dad. I feel like he knows, and see, that's why the mom is so vocal now. All of a sudden, dad can't say one word in this whole interview when he was so talkative when Carly was missing. Okay, it just don't make sense. Okay, Mary says she saw. Okay, hi Ellen, I missed you, girl. Ellen said, I feel you, Queen. Okay, Ellen feels me. Thank you, girl. Right. Okay, Ellen, I couldn't find the right words, but Ellen gave me the words. Yeah, he has a glaze over his eyes. Look at his eyes, like he's glazed into a whole different world. He's not even in that interview because he know he feel guilty. He know they lying on that interview. You know it. Okay. Right. Glazed eyes. That's what I was trying to figure out what words to say. You know, you want to say something, but you can't find the words. Well, thank you, Ellen. She gave me the words. Glazed over eyes and looking very distracted by other thoughts and feelings. Exactly. Thank you, Ellen. That sounds weird. If my daughter was missing and somebody violated my daughter, you know I'm going to be mad about it. Think about the Idaho, what was it? The Idaho 4? Was that the one? Yeah, Idaho 4, I think it was. Think about the parents involved in that, especially Kylie's. I think her name is Kylie. Kylie's dad. Kylie's dad, you see how animated he is about his daughter and protective about his daughter. Not one time do you ever see Kylie's dad sitting there quiet, looking glazed. That's why I'm feeling real suspicious about this family. I mean, maybe the parents initially thought that Carly was really missing. And then when Carly got home, before they called 911, I feel that she probably came clean and told her mom, because that 911 call we just heard, the parents told the 911 call that she was at the Red Roof Inn. They told the police officers that. That was on the 911 call. So what makes me think is Carly got home and she confessed to her parents, probably apologized and said, I'm so sorry. I made a fool of myself, made a fool of you guys. You know, I was really at the Red Roof Inn, blah, 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 blah. And now they're trying to put up this story. I feel, in my humble opinion, that they're trying to put up this story now to protect their daughter, because you know parents are going to go to bat for their child, okay? I don't care how wrong their child is. I mean, you see parents go to bat for their kids who are murderers, okay? They don't care what their kid did. They're going to go to bat for their kids. That's why I feel this dad is throwing me off. I just can't get my eyes off the dad. Look at those glazed over eyes. This man know he lying. Look at his face. See, the wife made sure he didn't talk because she knew if he talked, he was going to mess up their whole cover up. So she had to be the person to speak. Because look, he ain't said a word. He know they lying. He know it. Okay, and this is just my opinion, guys. I don't know what happened, y'all. But I'm just giving a humble opinion. I just feel something's not right. Yeah, Sonia said they should lawyer up. I agree with Sonia on that. Why are they going to these interviews without a lawyer? They definitely need a lawyer, because if they are conspiring to cover up a fake allegation of a crime that didn't really happen, they could be on the hook too for conspiracy. So if they are covering up for their daughter, if they do know that this is a lie, they too can be charged with a crime. So they better be careful. That dad holding his silence is probably a good thing, because he's exercising his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I'm just saying, the dad might be the smarter one, even though you could tell through his body language that he knows that his wife is lying. I'm just saying, that's my opinion, y'all. Can I find one person in the chat that disagrees with me? Because I need somebody to give me the other side, because I have not seen anybody give me the other side yet. Carmela says he is checked out and thinking, what is the whole entire H377 is going on? Carmela took me out with that. Girl, you are so right. Look at him. You're right. Exactly. That is probably what he's thinking. Like, what the? is going on, man? What did my daughter get us into? Look at me. I'm on national television. My wife over here lying through her teeth, and I don't know what the heck. Carmela took me out on that. That was a good one, girl. Lucy said they know she lied after she came home. Right. That parents be finding that stuff out. Carly sounds like a sweet girl. It just sounds like she got caught up in love and did some crazy things. Love will make you do some crazy things. You know what I mean? But I feel like when she got home, she came clean. I feel like those parents know, because the parents are acting real weird. Number one, the mom talking about, oh, my daughter came home and I stood back, because they were taking care of her. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Any parent, if their daughter was back from being abducted, they gonna ambush everybody and their mama to get to their daughter. I don't care who is there. They gonna get to their daughter. For her to be like, oh, I'm just relaxing here and waiting and having my cup of tea after my daughter was allegedly abducted, and I'm just gonna let the paramedics go ahead. No, that was weird. Then the dad over here looking like that dad looks so guilty. I don't know what to say, guys. Look at that face. I'm sorry. The dad looked like he is so guilty. Like he just look at him sweating too. Look at his face is perspiring over here. You can see the moisture coming from this man's face. Some people are not good liars. You can see it in their body language. I'm just saying, y'all. I feel like, the word of God says what is done in the dark comes to the light. So even though people, they want this case to just go quiet and people just to forget about it. No. Guys, the truth is going to come out very shortly. I'm going to be surprised if it don't come out in the next few days. I'll probably come back here for a part 2. I feel like the law enforcement, guys, it's going to be a very embarrassing thing to this girl, Carly. I feel very bad for her, but wait till the police come out with what happened, y'all. Ellen says, I'm thinking he's like, how did I get here? Ellen. Girl, that was funny because that's exactly what it looked like. It do look like him saying, how did I get here? And what the heck am I supposed to think, say, do about all this biz? Bro, in over his head, I'm thinking, girl. I just love y'all's opinion. This girl, but for me, I feel like she accurately is saying what this man is thinking. In my humble opinion, look, he looked like that. He's like, how did I get here? Right, like Carvella says, they could be charged with conspiracy and covering up to protect their child. If they found out and they know and they get caught, because that dad looked quite guilty, y'all. He do look like what did I do? Oh my God, you guys are the best. I'm glad I brought this to y'all because you guys are really amazing. Yesem says, Father looked like he thinking, I feel like boo-boo the food up here. Y'all gonna take me out with these comments. But it do look like that though. Look at his face. Y'all look at his face. He do look. Y'all, I'm telling you. Now, Mary says, I really don't feel bad for her now because she done all this to herself. Right, y'all. I kind of feel, I don't feel bad for her. At first I did, but now I'm like, girl, bye. Why you do this? You made this hard for so many other real victims out there who are really suffering and who are now going to have their cases ignored because you decided to make up a fake story. Oh, Sonia says that's her soror. I'm embarrassed as her sister. Sonia, that's your sorority sister? Oh no, I'm sorry, Sonia. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to talk bad about your sister, girl. I respect your sister. I'm just, if this is a lie, though, this does really harm the Black community and real victims out there, because that is pretty sad, y'all. Betty says they had a GoFundMe, gave the money. Oh, y'all, they got a GoFundMe over here making money off this story, y'all. This is a shame, y'all. This is a shame. But this dad's face right here, this tipped me over the edge. Just looking at him gives me all kind of weird inklings that this man knows it's a lie. He looks so guilty, man. He don't even want to be in this interview right now, but he looks like a hollow shell. He has not said one word during this whole interview. That does not make sense to me. This man, I played a video of him earlier, and this man was speaking up a storm. Now all of a sudden he can't say one word now. Okay. Right. Like Ella says, yes, Sonia, it's not your fault, honey girl. It's not your fault. Right. And Betty says, did I mention the red roof in at the beginning of the chat? Yeah, girl, I think you did, Betty. You was already on it, girl. You was already on top of everything. You probably already knew everything before we started. Alicia says they're kicking her out of the sorority. Watch. Oh, they might if she made a fool of their sorority. Wait, what sorority is it? Y'all let me know in the chat. What sorority is she in? Sonia, what sorority is it? Are you guys AKAs? What are y'all? I don't know what y'all. Let me know.
Ever. We can't discuss the details of that.
But they say one thing is clear.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when
Oh my God! Look at the dad, y'all! Look at the dad. I'm about to replay it again. When she said, was she fighting for her life? He shook his head. No, I don't know. He looked like a bobblehead. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Y'all can't tell me this story is real. Look at this.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life.
Woo! Did you see his face? You see his head? He shook. No, she wasn't fighting for her life. Guys, I'm telling you, when a person is lying, your body will react to the truth. Meaning you may say with your mouth something that's a lie, but your body is going to respond to the contrary to what the reality is. Look at his head when she asked if she was fighting for her life. He basically said, no, she wasn't. Look at this.
One thing is clear.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Come on, y'all. He shook his head. No. Look at this. Y'all can't tell me. We don't even need to look at the final result of this. The dad is literally telling on his daughter with his body language. Look at this, y'all. Come on, look at this. Everybody focus on the dad. And let me know what you see.
It's clear.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when
He looked like he was in a deep gaze. And then when the question happened, he had to wake up again and get back into character. Like, oh, shoot, let me get back. Oh. And then his body was responding to the truth. His body said no. But he was trying to fight it and make it say, yeah, but the body kept going back to no. Look at that here. Bobblehead dad. Look at it. Look at, I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of the dad, but I'm just saying the dad is literally telling on his daughter with his body language. Look at this. One more time, y'all. We got to study this body language because this body language is telling it all. And notice he has not said one word in this interview. Not a peep or a squeak.
That's the details of that.
But they say one thing is clear.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments.
Guys, you cannot tell me this story is real at this point. I'm done. I'm done, and I'm about to get off this. Why? He said, let's do that again. Sorry, y'all. Don't get offended by me. I'm just being real in this video, y'all. I'm sorry. This man said no.
It's clear.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when
Y'all, he said no. He said no. I'm telling you, your body language will tell on you. When you lie, your mouth might say one thing, but your body is going to say the truth. And his body said no. And like Butterfly said, he's not a good liar. Exactly, which is why he did not speak during this interview, because the wife already knows her husband, and she knew he would have exposed and got them in trouble. So she was like, you are not going to speak during this interview. Let me be the one to do the talking. And he already get them in trouble with his body language, y'all. Guys, I watched this interview earlier, and I didn't even pay attention to all this until I started watching it with y'all. This is a mess. This story got me so enraged, because if this story is fake, this story has truly harmed many victims in the Black community who have been trying for decades to get their story publicized and to get society in America to care about Black lives. I am infuriated with this case. And that's why I'm reacting the way I am, because this is truly harmed so many victims out there. We have been crying and pleading and pleading and pleading, especially when it comes to Shaquilla Robinson and other victims, wanting for the law enforcement, wanting for the media to just care. And when we finally get a case where the media and law enforcement are putting all their resources in it, and it turns out to be fake, and now we got parents over here protecting their lying data, this case really enrages me, y'all. It does. Now, again, I don't know if the case is real or fake, but the way the officers are acting right now, the fact that there has been no report of a missing child, the video surveillance don't show a child nowhere near on the side of that highway. Not one other 911 call comes in about a missing child. And then we got this dad over here having a bobblehead saying no to very important questions. And he hasn't said a peep when he has been one of the most vocal people in this tragedy, him and his wife. Now he can't say one word on this interview. Y'all, this is just making me so mad. I'm so mad. I'm literally laughing because I'm that mad. You know, when you're just so mad, you don't know what to do. This case makes me angry because I'm thinking of all those Black women out here and these parents who have cried, who have been in anguish and pain because their cases have been ignored by the media, by law enforcement. And now it's made it 10 times worse. How dare you? How dare you over some man, if that is really what happened? If allegedly she did this for her man, you did all this and you ruined so many lives, in my humble opinion. And allegedly, if we find this case to be fake, and if it's not fake, I will come back and do a live and say I'm sorry. But my intuition and the way this dad is acting just got me questioning things.
When she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life.
But she made it back to you.
She made it back.
Yeah, she did make it back. All right.
Okay, he finally spoke at the very end. He got one little word in. She made it back. He's still not sure how he wanted his head to move, though, throughout the end, that last end. He didn't know how. He was trying to get it to move, yeah, but his head was still fighting to get to the truth.
Right, Priscilla, so investigators are obviously busy on this case. What are they looking into going forward?
Yeah, Hoda, right now they're analyzing that initial 911 call and also that traffic cam video showing that car driving on the interstate very slowly with its flashers on, believed to be Carly's car. And of course, they're looking at the evidence from the crime scene, including the car and her cell phone, which was found on the roadway nearby. Police say that they have been able to account for all of her steps leading up to her disappearance, but those 48 hours when she was gone still remain a mystery. Hoda?
Yeah, leaving behind her phone, her pocketbook, and all those things, a lot of things that investigators are looking into. Priscilla, thank you.
Y'all, this is a shame. This is just a shame. And we've had experts on News Nation and other places come out. They think she's lying. So many people think she's lying. I am very interested, y'all, in really hearing from the law enforcement. Okay? Because I feel when the law enforcement come out, it sounds like it's going to be something where this girl went to that red inn, whatever it's called, Red Roof Inn, and that's where she was this whole time trying to cover up to get her man back. Well, it worked though. Her man was going to bat for her, fighting for her, advocating for her. So clearly she got what she wanted, y'all. She got her man back. And he over here, back in love. But still, I'm just very disappointed in this case, y'all. I don't know. Again, I'm drawing conclusions way too fast because we haven't heard from law enforcement, but I just feel in my heart this story is not real. Let me know in the chat, though. Maybe somebody else thinks otherwise, but North Carolina Beat found this, and he said, Carlee Russell should have hired Jesse Smollett to be her fake kidnapper. And he says, we promise we won't be petty all day. We're still waking up. And, you know, some people in the Black community are mad because they think that we are so quick to kick each other down. That's what this young lady says. She might be suffering from mental illness, and this might have been her cry for help. And maybe she is suffering from mental illness, but I'm just saying, you got to think about all the Black lives out there. So many years of fighting to try to get our stories out there. It's so sad that there's literal YouTube channels devoted to Black women victims because there's not enough publicity about Black victims. So, you know, it's frustrating. That's all it is. And I'm sorry, you know, if she is suffering from mental health, you know, we pray she gets some help, get some resources. But if this is a fake story, she really did a huge harm to this community. It's so sad, you know. She made the Black community look even more bad. It's just, man, guys, this is just a sad day. It's a very sad day. That's why I wanted to talk to y'all about it. See what y'all got to say. Let's hear from the chat. Then we're going to close out because this is just sad. Yeah, I'm definitely going to stay on this Carvella girl. You know I'm going to be on it because I really want to figure out what law enforcement finds out. And we're going to come back and have another discussion about this because this really just frustrates me because it affects Black victims, y'all. And if y'all been following me, anyone who's been following me, y'all know we've been talking about these cases. And we really have been talking about Shanquella and other people who don't get a lot of publicity. And now we finally get what we've been asking for. And look what happened, y'all. Cammy said Red Roof Inn is getting free publicity. Sure is, okay? Sure is. I never heard of Red Roof Inn until now. Everyone is afraid of blatantly calling her out in fear of mental illness. Right. They're letting her parents reveal the truth. Right, Lucy. Right, Lucy. You can feel in your intuition when something's not right. And I just feel it's not right, y'all. And even Ellen says, and y'all know Ellen's one of the sweetest ones. I'm telling y'all, she's a sweetheart. This girl is just, I love my Ellen. And Ellen said, mental illness not really an excuse for this. Yeah, I agree. This is super frustrating for those that actually need the attention and are at risk. Right. Right. I mean, man, this is just sad. This case made me mad. I'm sorry. I'm mad, y'all. I'm so mad. I'm literally laughing because I'm mad. Sonia says, why did you think she was an AKA, Tiffany? Oh, so Sonia, what is your sorority? Sonia? Girl, I just made up a random guess. I'm sorry if I guessed your sorority wrong. You're a Delta, Sonia? What is your sorority, Sonia? I need to know what Sonia's sorority is. Yesum says, Benjamin, she met her side dude without her wig. Yesum, you a mess. She said. Right, Carmela said, a disservice to the entire community. Exactly. Exactly. And she didn't have that wig really planted on hard enough. I feel like she took that wig off. This was planned. Butterfly says, I'm not going to disregard mental health, but this is on a whole different level. Right. I'm not going to disregard mental health because recently, guys, there's been so many self-conclusions, man. I haven't talked about them because they've been too much. But guys, there have been a lot of self-conclusions. And even in my life, my own coworker took his life recently. Y'all, my own coworker. Isn't that sad? I couldn't believe it. My coworker took his life. So sad. So I respect mental health to a high degree. But at the same time, y'all, when you alleging fake crimes like this, I don't know if that's a mental health thing. I think it's something else going on with her. You know, I don't want to believe it's mental health. I think because we could say the same thing about Jesse Smollett then. I don't think it's mental health. I think this woman's in her right mind because she was able to talk and she sounded like a happy young lady. I feel like she was trying to get back at her boyfriend or whatever that was having some issues in their relationship. They might have had an argument when they got back from New York City and she trying to really get back at him. It don't sound like mental health to me, but we'll find out. And if it is, I will definitely apologize. All right, Sonia is an AKA. Oh, I love AKA, Sonia. Wow, you're so lucky. I want to be an AKA. Girl, I'm hating on you. I want to be an AKA. I'm mad. I want to be an AKA. Oh, I love AKAs. They the pretty girls on campus. Okay. That's what they call y'all, the pretty girls. Anyway, Carmela says, wow, so sorry to hear that about you, my ex-coworker. Yeah, it's been hard, y'all. I've been trying to cope through that. My coworker, I really love that dude. He was so friendly and bubbly. Man, I don't know what happened, y'all. He just took his life. That's so sad, man. But anyway, yeah, a lot of, yep, he's an attorney. Y'all know us attorneys, we be stressing out. Yes, like Tiffany said, attorneys are under major stress. Girl, you could say that again. You could say that again. And he was my coworker. He was an attorney. We all attorneys over there. So yeah, he went into his own practice, and I think some stuff happened with that, and he just lost it. It's so sad. He was actually a sweet dude too. Real sweet. Anyway, why did he that quit? Benjamin says, why did he that queen was a LGBTQ? Oh no, he wasn't, sweetie. I don't know. It wasn't had nothing to do with LGBTQ. No. Yeah, I know it is a sweet acronym, right? I like the AKAs. They're so cool. Anyways, Lucy B says she had her ride follow her. That's why her flashes were on so long. Could have been in the cahoots for reward money. Lucy, that's a good theory. See, that's why I love y'all's opinions. That's a good theory, Lucy. What if this was, because she did have them flashes on way too long. I feel like somebody was in conspiracy that they the one that gave her the ride. So somebody else knows the truth too, that was in on the whole thing. Because somebody had to give her the ride to the Red Roof Inn. I am so anxious for these officers to come out with what happened, y'all. Y'all know it's going to be a part 2. Y'all already know. I'm going to follow this one. This one's going to be a part 2. So y'all let me know. Y'all need to message me too and let me know if y'all find some information, because we're going to be on this one. Sonia says, you know it, Queen. You can always pledge grad chapter. Girl, can I? I've been trying to figure out how to pledge grad chapter because I already graduated. Girl, help a sister out. Girl, send me a message in my Queen Esquire Gal Instagram how to do it, because I've been wanting to be an AKA forever. That's my dream sorority right there. Girl, I love me some AKAs. I'll be looking on the sidelines like, go AK, go AK, go. Okay, let me stop. Anyway, let's move on. S-Butterfly says, yeah, I agree. It didn't sound like mental health either, right? I don't think it's mental health. I think she's in her right mind, y'all. I think she just got caught up in love. You know, love will make you do some crazy things. Girl, she got so caught up in that love with that man. You know he was fine too. I already told you how fine he was. Let's go back to that man's picture. He is fine, okay? Shoot, I'm not going to say I wouldn't have done that, but he is fine. I'm not going to lie. Look at his fine chocolate self, okay? Now, I wonder the girl went crazy. I don't think it was mental health. I think she went crazy over his fine self. He probably was going to leave her. And she was like, okay, I'm going to teach you a lesson. You think you can do without me? Well, I'm going to kidnap myself and see how you feel, okay? Okay, I'm telling y'all, that man is fine. He looked like a whole snack of filet mignon. Okay. Some Ruth Chris up in here. Okay, let me stop, y'all. Let me stop. Okay, Bruna. Okay, somebody agrees with me though. Bruna said, yes, he's fine for real. Girl, he is fine. I see why she did what she did. I'm just saying. But still, she harmed the Black community. If that's what really happened, if she did it for her man because she was trying to get him back, that was just flat out wrong. It was flat out wrong because she harmed so many lives that really are real victims. Like, seriously. Come on, Carly. You could have did something else, girl. That's sad, okay? Ellen said, yeah, he got some of those Beverly Wise and kiss lips. Girl, I was looking at them lips, though. Those lips. Jesus. Carly, if you mess up, girl, I'm about to take your man. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I'm like, for real, though, Carly, if you can't get your mess right and he ready to talk to somebody who, no, let me stop. Let me stop, y'all. Let me get off this live, y'all, because I'm over here acting a fool now. All right. I love y'all so much. I've missed y'all. I'm sorry I've been MIA. I have been traveling. I just got back from Africa a week ago. So I will be doing some more lives, y'all. Don't worry. I'm sorry I neglected y'all for so long. I'm back. We're going to be doing a lot more stories again. Y'all also can let me know what stories you want me to cover and react to. I need y'all to be into this too. This is our channel, and I need y'all to be participants and tell me what y'all want to talk about. I mean, I still find a lot of stories, but I still want to hear from you guys too. Okay? I love y'all so much. I miss y'all. I hope y'all miss me as much as I miss y'all. Cammy said, as soon as she's feeling a little better, he gone. Right, girl. Right. Cammy, ain't that the truth? Because if they really had an issue in their relationship and she did this to get him back, that's not going to last. He's still going to leave. Oh, I love you, Benjamin. Oh, I love my Benjamin. I love all y'all. Man, I wish we could do a meet and greet. All my family here. That would be so fun. If we really met up, y'all, that would be lit. Anyway, Ellen says, so glad to see you on YouTube today. Hope you're having a great summer. Girl, I am, but it is hotter than fish grease. Woo! It's hot. It is hot. Right, girl. I went to Africa, girl. I got my groove back over there. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. It was amazing, though. It was amazing in Africa, y'all. I'm about to go back. I love it there. Oh, my God. I love it. But it was so hot. Woo! And the mosquitoes, y'all. Y'all don't want to play with the mosquitoes in Africa. I had to spray up, y'all. And they didn't care about the mosquito repellent stuff. They was still coming for me. Them mosquitoes in Africa are gangster. I was up in Ghana, too. I was in Ghana. Accra, Ghana over there, y'all. I went to Accra, Ghana. Bruna said, which country? I was in Ghana. But I want to try to go to some other countries. I'm trying to. Yeah, y'all know I got my groove back over there. Got me a little chocolate African. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Oh, Ellen, yes, you need to go, Ellen. It is so amazing there, girl. I love Africa. And I went to one of the orphanages and I gave sanitary kits to the kids. Oh my God, that just melted my heart. I just want to give those kids the whole world. I want to be rich so I could just go back to Africa and give it all to them. That's my goal, to become rich, y'all. Y'all help me get a lot of subscribers on YouTube because I'm going to take all this YouTube money and I'm going to Africa and I want to give back to all those orphanages. Those kids were so amazing. So I'm hoping to build my YouTube channel because I'm going to use the money on this platform to give to the orphans in Africa. And I want to help improve some of them roads. Y'all, them roads were a hot mess. Y'all, I feel like I was on a roller coaster driving on them roads. Man, that government need to help with them roads in Africa. Them roads, woo! Telling you, feel like a roller coaster on them roads. Okay. Right. Benjamin said, take me with you next time. Okay, Benjamin. Shoot, I wish we all could go together because I know y'all are amazing. It would be amazing if all of us could go to Africa and do some great things there. Man. Ellen said, I got a lot richer this year somehow, so it's possible. You did, Ellen? How'd you do it, girl? Help a sister out. I need some money so I could give it away. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean? Anyway, I love y'all. You know I could talk to you guys forever. I had to catch up with you guys because I miss you guys. I feel like it's been forever since I've spoke to you. I missed you so much. All right, but I'll be back on here in a few days, and I'm going to be watching this case, y'all. Love you so much. Take care, my beautiful, lovely subscribers, my opinionators, and my litigators.